I want to share with you a family favorite Christmas cookie. It's a candy cane cookie, and I had a grandmother that used to bake all sorts of cookies every year for Christmas and send them to us, and this is one of the cookies that she would bake. And we'll start out, we have a cup of confectioner sugar, and I'm going to use half a cup of butter. Let's see, mine is nice and soft, so it'll cream up nicely. And half a cup of shortening. Now, if you don't want to use shortening, you can use all butter or you can use margarine. I've even seen recipes where it used coconut oil, though there is some debate whether coconut oil actually is healthier than using just shortening, because coconut oil does contain more saturated fats than butter does. So it's up to you. And let's see, we have a cup of shortening, half butter or margarine, cup of sifted confectioner sugar, 1 egg, and a teaspoon of vanilla. So I'm going to cream this, and let's see, it says mix shortening, egg, sugar, and flavorings thoroughly. Okay, so we're just going to cream these together. So I'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, so our sugar and our butter is creamed, and to that we are going to add, I measured out here, 2.5 cups of flour and a teaspoon of salt. I'm just going to finish mixing these by hand. Sometimes you just got to get your hands in there. It's a sticky dough. Okay, let me divide this in half. Try to get the balls the same size, or approximately. Okay, to one of the balls I am going to add some food coloring. So it made like a little well, and add a few drops. However many drops you add will depend on how dark you want your color to be. Make this out of the way. Okay, see I'm starting to change colors now. Just blend it, mix that until it's thoroughly incorporated. Okay, so I have my two colors. I have a pink. Like I said, if you wanted a darker red, you could add just more food coloring. Then we have our white. Okay, so let me clean up my station here, and then we'll start to form the cookies. To start forming the cookies, I'm going to take a teaspoon of each dough. And we're going to pretend that we are in art class. And we're just going to roll out a rope. And it says to roll out a 4-inch length of rope. There's one. And then we do the same thing with our white. Oops. Okay, we'll lay the two ropes together, and we'll just twist them together like that. My ropes are falling apart, they're a little delicate. Okay, so I have my two ropes twisted together, and then you just make a hook. Alright, so let me see if I can get a nicer looking one here. And this is something where it'd be great if you had the kids. You can have the kids help you with it. You know, kids love playing with their food, so if you have friends over, let's have a cookie making party. Okay. So let me finish filling up my pan, and then we'll stick them in the oven. Okay, so I have almost a dozen candy canes made up. Let me finish up my pan here. And then I can throw it into the oven. Now I have the oven warmed up to 375. And let's finish up these two. Some of my candy canes aren't the prettiest in the world, but hey. Okay, twist that. And the last one. Okay, so now I'm ready to put my pan in the oven. It's been preheated to 375, and I will put it in for about 9 minutes or until lightly browned. When my cookies are baking, I want to crush up some candy canes, and I'll be able to sprinkle that on top of the warm cookies when they come out of the oven. Okay, so our cookies just came out of the oven. And cool it. Oops, it fell apart. put them to a cooling rack. Ooh, that's hot. Okay. Okay, and while the cookies are still warm, I'm going to take my crushed up candy cane and sprinkle some of that on top. And very good. Would have been much better if I'd been able to get them a little bit finer. So when you're crushing them, either go at them real good with the rolling pin, or maybe stick them in a food processor so you can get them finely ground up. But that is our candy cane cookies. And they'll just cool for a little bit. And that one's to sample. You always have to sample them. But that's our candy cane cookies. So hope you enjoy this, and we'll see you next time.